This week in gaming. Welcome in, everybody. It's May 24th, 2026. Hi, Evie. Hi. Ah. Evie wants to be on stream. It's been a while since we've seen Evie. She's still here. She's still okay. She just likes to lurk around. Actually, so there's a window behind the camera that she likes to sleep in while I'm doing these streams. We should get the Evie cam back up, huh? Hi. Ew. She slobbered on me. Hi. Hi, honey. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's get into some wins and fails. We're going to start off with Six Swatter, Sub Success, Obtruse Agreement, Stop Scams, and Bleeding Bills. I didn't realize I did three S alliterations. Oh my goodness. Thanks for the groomings. She just jumped off of me. All right, let's start off with our first fail going to Grandma Swatted. This one's not that cool, honestly. I should not be this upbeat starting off this episode. This one's actually heartbreaking. 81-year-old Grandma Crackers is playing through Minecraft to raise money for her grandson with cancer. And she was recently swatted by a low-life viewer. There's a lot of like degenerate behavior going on against streamers lately. Because just yesterday, Peanut was getting booted off, DDoSed repeatedly. I think it was like 15 times. Craziness. Let me expand this a little bit so you can see this text down here. While the woman is in high spirits and took the whole event well, this brings up a serious question of accountability for the people who do this, as it often results in violence. People have died because of this. This is not like this is not just a harmless prank. I personally believe that swatters should be charged with attempted murder. I think that's the least that they should be charged with. And if someone dies, then they should be charged with first-degree murder. Welcome in, Bastova. It's been a while since we've seen you. How are you doing? Hopefully you haven't been swatted recently. Hi, Evie. Would you like to come up here? Would you like to come up? Oh my gosh. She'll come up and like rub up against my leg. If I try to pick her up, she runs away. Come here, Evie. Okay, my cat doesn't. Come on. And then she runs away again. Do you want to come up or not? She's like sitting at my chair looking up at me, meowing. No, I don't stream. No swatting here. Well, okay, so you're the swatter. I see. I see how it is. Hi, Evie. Oh my gosh, my cat's being a little butthole right now. Anyways, well, it's great to see you. Hope you've been doing well. Here's a quote from the grandmother who was swatted recently. She says, "I was asleep. I did not want to get up, and these policemen came to my door. They locked me out. I don't know what was going on, but it was kind of fun. My kid and my grandkid were hugging me. I don't get that kind of attention normally. Then I got to ride in a police car. I've never ridden in a police car before. Then it was all over. So I thought, well, I've got to go to bed. So I took an ibuprofen and went to bed." You know, she took this really well considering there was an actual attempt on her life. But here's the sweet grandmother. I believe we talked about her in the past. She had just raised enough money to pay for her grandson's cancer treatment, which was really cool to see. An extremely wholesome woman, very sweet, very high spirits. Even when someone tries to kill her, she just takes it as a joke and moves on. Like, I cannot believe her spirit. And luckily, we have a video that we can watch.
I did.
Yeah. Do you want to talk to them about it?
Sure.
Wait, what?
Let me
My
tell you
timestamp
about
didn't
my
work.
one-
Does she not have Windows? It says activate
was
Windows.
asleep.
Sorry, the
I was
timestamp I wanted to go to is
asleep.
10:12. So this was all captured on a VOD. Let me explain to you what's going on, because I didn't really understand this at first either. So what's happening right now is the chat is playing Minecraft for her. I guess she's doing like she's been live for 14 days and 15 hours at this point. I guess she's doing a subathon or something. I didn't know she did this. That's actually really hardcore and cool of her. So she's fully asleep right now, and chat is continuing to play Minecraft for her, which is so cool. I didn't know this was a thing, but let's move on.
You have to respect the policemen.
Can you guys see it?
Oh, is it there?
She's being
Yeah,
so
right here.
sweet too. She's like, you gotta
So
respect
this
the police.
is
Yeah, that's him coming in. Now, how did they know?
Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
No, we can't. Here, let me move the camera real quick.
Okay. It's kind of dark because all the lights were off. I was in bed.
No, wait, she has a camera. She has a camera going in her room.
So, wait, is it real? Yeah.
I've
This
never
is
seen
last night.
an 81-year-old do a subathon. Holy shit! Yeah, there's a police officer that just
The
entered in
only
with a
thing-
gun.
It did upset my cat.
You did?
It did because she wanted attention after everyone left, and I wanted
That's
to
my
tell her,
cat.
I gotta sleep. I gotta sleep. So it did upset Katie,
Oh.
but not for long. Hugged
She'll
her.
get over it.
Yeah, look at them. They're like
Yeah, they are.
clearing
That's
her
what they-
room.
They were breaching. Well, the mic was muted
They're breaching.
on stream, obviously.
Yeah, there they came in. Oh my goodness.
How many cops did they send?
You
They
were
got the
sleeping
whole
in the-
fucking SWAT team in there to get a sleeping
You were
old
sound
lady.
asleep, dreaming about Minecraft and sheep and pigs and what you were gonna do in the Nether the next day. You were dreaming about Nether wart.
Finding that nether wart has been the most exciting because you know what I feel about the nether.
Yeah.
It's not the blazer. Well,
Can
I
you
do
hear my-
not like the gas.
Can you hear
I
the
mean,
the
she has really
AC?
destroyed some of
Here,
my
I'll turn it
stuff.
off.
Uh-huh.
But I've gotten like I had 16 blaze rods, and not all of them dropped blaze rods, so I've killed quite a few.
Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and of course Sisiku has gotten some of the ender pearls, but I've gotten probably 10. And yesterday I mined for diamonds, and I
That's
got
crazy.
Why did she get swatted? It's just people being dumb.
People being assholes.
So don't do it. It's against the law.
It is
You're gonna get
against the
arrested.
law.
It's a felony.
Yeah, it's a felony. So if you guys want to watch Grandma Cracker's stream, keep it open. And yeah, she's gonna be live until she beats Minecraft. So make sure you guys subscribe.
Wow, she's doing a live subathon until she beats Minecraft. That's very cool. Anyways, yeah, heartbreaking to hear this. She's in good spirits about it. She's a very lovely woman, and I hope that this doesn't take her, you know, take her out of the enjoyment that she's having with her grandson and the community that she's fostering. It's just, one evil monster can ruin everything like this. So that's very unfortunate to see. Anyways, moving on. Oh, Jesus. Didn't mean to turn the music all the way up. Hi, Eves. Hi. Oh, honey. Anyways, moving on to a win. Let's cleanse our palate a little bit. With Hasbro focusing on games. Hasbro, known mostly for their board games, has been focusing heavily on their gaming division with an investment of $1 billion. Hi. Oh my gosh. Hi. Hi. However, rather than focusing on live service and microtransactions, they are committed to providing good games with 40 to 50 hours of content. While other studios like Scopely have licensed their IPs to create games like Monopoly Go that preys on gambling addicts, their core teams are focusing on a more honest approach, which is really cool. They're just like making games instead of just making like gotchas or like live service games. Very, very cool. I like this business model, and the games have been pretty good. Like, let's keep in mind, I always have to remind this to people because not everybody knows, but everyone in my chat always knows. Hasbro owns Wizards of the Coast, which means they own Magic the Gathering, and they also own Dungeons and Dragons, two massive IPs that also have been spawning their own games. Like there's Magic the Gathering card games that you can play online, and then there's also a lot of Dungeons and Dragons games. For example, this game, Dungeons and Dragons Warlock, pictured as the background of this, is an upcoming game which will probably be really sick. They had Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, people forget that Baldur's Gate 3 is technically owned by Hasbro. And that was like one of the biggest games of its year. Actually, that was by far the biggest game of that year, which was that 2022, 2023? Man, time is, how are we already at 2026? You know, we're the same distance away from 2012 as we are from 2040. Dude. Dude, that's crazy. Anyways, moving on. Let's go to another fail. Going to Subnautica 2's EULA. Someone actually read the end user license agreement for Subnautica 2 and found some shocking stipulations. Some of the language, like how you may not harm the reputation of company, our affiliates, our service providers, or licensors, or the reputation of the game, the documentation, or the services. Means that those who accept are not allowed to talk badly about the game or the publisher. Apparently, you're not even allowed to talk about the EULA. According to this, you're literally not allowed to even talk about these stipulations. This appears to have to be something that Krafton themselves have added and not the developer, perhaps to further harm the devs so that they cannot get their bonuses. It's a little known secret that Krafton has been trying to sabotage Subnautica 2. So it makes sense that they would put an EULA that's like, we basically own your soul if you play this game. Crazy work. Here's another quote from the EULA right here. Any gameplay video must include the following prominent disclaimer either at the beginning of the video or if live streaming near the video in a visible font. This video is subject to the game's terms of service and was not endorsed or sponsored by Krafton Incorporated. We may terminate the limited license granted to you to create, distribute, or otherwise make available a gameplay video in our sole discretion without notice or liability to you. So you literally have to put that disclaimer on every single clip of footage that you have, and if you're streaming it, you have to put it on screen as well, which is crazy work. Obviously, nobody is following these, so the question is whether or not Krafton's going to start taking people to court. I guess the Burnt Peanut has a lawsuit waiting because he did not put this disclaimer on screen while he played. Crazy work. And I can only assume that Krafton has lost their goddamn minds. That's the only explanation. Like, these guys are crazy. And it doesn't surprise me, and it shouldn't surprise you because, like I said, they're literally out to get the developers of Subnautica 2. They're trying everything that they can to sabotage and ruin their lives. I wouldn't be surprised if the next step is to literally send assassins, Boeing style, and murder the developers of Subnautica 2. Anything, literally, it's probably cheaper for Krafton to hire assassins than it is to pay them the bonus that they fairly earned at this point. But I guess we'll see. Just crazy work. Absolutely degenerate psychopaths working at Krafton. I cannot believe it. Anyways, moving on. Oh, by the way, I can say that they're degenerate psychopaths because I personally haven't played Subnautica 2. If you've played Subnautica 2, you legally are not allowed to call Krafton degenerate psychopaths. You're legally not allowed to. They will take you to court. So... Crazy work. Moving on to our next degenerates. Whoa, you better not sign that EULA. Watch what you say about Krafton. Moving on to our next win, going to Pokemon Fighting Scalpers. Oh, you know what? Hang on. This will just take 1 second. Let me grab something. You can probably still hear me because I have a wireless microphone. I would like to show you. So, speaking of scalpers, I actually saw one of those Pokemon kiosks, and they actually had individual packages of Okay, just knocked my entire green screen over. That's cool. That's sick. Sick, nasty work. Are we good? Okay. I got a pack of Pokemon cards, and I think we should just open it right now. I was going to open this later, but now seems like a good time. Let's open it while we read. The Pokemon Company in Japan is considering new methods to fighting the scalping craze. This would include requiring government IDs and introducing product lotteries. So everybody can apply for this lottery, and they'll just give it out to someone randomly. These plans are currently in early stages and would only apply to Japan. They appear to be waiting to see how the public reacts to these changes. Regardless of whether these changes become permanent, it is nice to know that they are actively seeking methods to fight scammers and provide products to the children who want it. Remember, this is a children's card game. Well, look at this. It's got like it's got a little thing on the back. What is this? Pokemon Live? I've never played this before, but here's a code. I don't know if you can even see it. Hello? Whatever. Anyways, what is it? 2 to the back? Let's just do 2 to the back. Wait, is that how? Wait, it's to the front, right? Okay, whatever. We're just gonna run it. Here you can actually see the. Here, let's go to the. Here you can actually see the message. It's been translated to English because originally in Japanese. We got a hole digging shovel. Hell yeah! Is this one full? It's green screened. We got a Rattata. The scope product priority lottery and sale of select products on the official Pokemon merchandise online stores, Pokemon Center Online. So when you buy things online, it'll just give people like lottery stuff. So anyone who gets in, it's not about who comes first. It's not first come first serve anymore. It'll be whoever Talonflame. That looks sick. It'll be whoever wins the lottery. So there's no rush. Everybody can get in, and then it'll just go randomly to whoever wants it. That's cool. Look at this. Is like really shiny. I think they made their holos shinier than they used to be. And we got shit on. Wait, is this a second reverse? This isn't our rare. We just got a reverse before that one. Then we have a reverse Pokeball. Do we have another thing? Oh shit! Wait. We got a secret rare! Holy shit, wait! Look at this! It's Energy Recycler, 108 out of 88. Holy cow, dude. That's not bad. What is that bad boy worth? Energy Recycler, 108 out of 88. Sheesh! $3.44. Hell yeah. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Anyways, big W's to Pokemon for this. I think that's a great idea. You found cards swatting. How is that gonna even work? You're gonna swat me, and the police officers are gonna take the cards and then give them to you. It doesn't solve anything. So essentially, the only thing that I really have a problem with here is the use of government IDs. I'm not sure how that's going. Bad ideas. I don't think they're bad ideas. I think the lottery idea is a good idea. So that way everybody gets in on a launch day, and then it just goes randomly. It's not like, oh, I have 500 bots sitting here waiting to click add to cart. You know. Now it's just like everybody gets in, and then we'll just send it randomly to people. I think that's a better way. I think they should even do that with Magic the Gathering secret layers. There's a thing called secret layer where you can get special drops of certain cards. It would be really cool if they did that. But the government ID I'm a little bit concerned with, and it's mostly like, are they keeping that information? Are they going to have the IDs of everybody who buys their products? That's a problem for me. If it's somehow, I don't even want to say third party, because the same issue exists. If it's not a government, or if it's not a company doing it, it's like more like the government. But I don't think the government would really care. So I'm not sure how they're going to do this. And it's also different because Japan has like something on their phone. Hey, Sir Stefan, how are you doing? During authentication, we will verify your identity using user authentication electronic certificate. I think this is something that they have in Japan. They have like an ID on your phone that you can use, and card surface information input assistance embedded in the card. In this initiative, we will not acquire or store your My Number individual number. So they're not actually keeping your ID. They're just checking it through something that the government already has set up, which is not a possibility in America because we just have IDs, which is it begs the question: should we start having some sort of like electronic ID associated with our normal ID that we can use online, like in video games, to provide the fact that yes, we are like 18 or older, and so like companies can track whether or not we're scalping or anything like that. This seems to be something that could only uniquely exist in Japan, and it doesn't seem like a bad idea if this is the case. If they're not keeping your actual information, they're just like going through a government database that, I don't know, gives them back like an okay, then that seems like a good idea. That would be great, except it would log which adult sites you go to. See, that's the thing, is like how much freedom do we want to lose? I wouldn't like to use my government ID to sign into adult sites. And the reality is that's just going to create a more underground use of adult websites, because obviously not every website adheres to laws. So you could just find some scummy, creepy website and just go there, like Reddit. um, in a perfect world, I would love to not have to carry a wallet, but that's in a perfect world. Even not carrying a phone, but that's harder. Yeah. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. It's not even really about that. My issue is like, I don't want to hand someone my ID and have them scan it and like keep my information that shows like, oh, I played Call of Duty, or oh, I went to Pornhub, or oh, I bought this amount of Pokemon cards. Like, even if it's like, harmless, like what I'm doing, I just don't like being tracked. I'm personally a very private person. But if it's just like, if it's like how they're describing here, where you have this government ID number on your phone and it just scans it and like it doesn't even get your information, it just checks to see if you're a unique person or not. That's cool. I think that's a good idea. But again, this is part of a program that's only existing in Japan. So I'm not sure how they'll implement something like this in America. They'll probably bring the lottery system over where everybody can get in and it'll just give out product randomly to everyone who's trying to get some. But the ID thing might not be coming to America. And again, they're also leaving this up to the community a little bit. Like, they're trying to see how people react to these changes, and it seems like they're totally willing to go back on this. So they're just trying something, which is like, all this is like, at least Pokemon is trying to stop scalpers, and they're doing whatever they can, and I'm very appreciative of that, because the scalpers have been ruining the scene. They've just been absolutely ruining everything. There's also one other way we can stop the scalpers, and that is with a global financial crisis. That would be awesome. If these scalpers don't have money, and there's also no one who has money to buy, $300 packs, then boom, problem solved. Anyways, moving on, let's go to our next fail of the day, going to Ubisoft for losing 1.3 billion euros. Ubisoft's latest financial report is out, and the streets are running red with their French blood. They have lost a shocking 1.32 billion euros this year. This is partially due to a loss of revenue of 21.8%, making a total net loss of 1.5 billion euros. That is 6 times that of last year. Their excuse? Restructuring and a lack of releases this year. They're like, yeah, we're just making some changes. And, that might be partially true, but that's also not that's not an excuse to lose that much money. Ubisoft has let go 1,200 employees in an attempt to balance these losses, and predicts further losses for 2026 while promising they will get their shit together the following year. They're like, okay, this was a bad year. We're going to have another bad year, but after that, we're coming back, baby. Crazy line of logic. Here you can see their actual report. This is their report card. Ubisoft reports full year 2025 to 2026 earnings figures. So this was up until, I believe, March. And they were also holding off on releasing this, and I can totally understand why. Interestingly enough, their stock dipped immediately, and then it just came right back up. So I'm not sure. This didn't have lasting impact on their stock. I think everyone just already knew they were broke as shit. Here you can see their operating income was negative 1.3 billion. This is in millions, so 1.322.3. million, which is, or 1,322.3 is 1 billion. Crazy work. And it's just not looking good. It's just really not looking good. Their sales are down 21.8%. That's crazy. Um, Interestingly enough, though, their biggest market is North America, so they're still making money here. But also, I didn't include this in the in this slide, but they lost 5 million unique users. Their monthly active users actually remained the same. So the amount of people who are playing like Rainbow Six Siege consistently are still playing that game consistently, but unique people, as in like people dropping in, just their total like audience has shrank by 5 million players. 5 million less people are playing their products now. That may just be because they haven't released a lot. I don't feel like that's even it though. They released a lot this year, right? Didn't Skull and Bones come out? Well, it came out like the end of last year, which should have been included in this report. That should have been part of it. They had Assassin's Creed. They probably had a Tom Clancy game somewhere, right? What Ubisoft releases 2025? What came out in 2025? They had Assassin's Creed Shadows. Is that the only game? Is that literally all they released? That can't be right. Oh, they made Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Wild. Yeah, they haven't released shit lately, huh? They made Skull and Bones. They farted that out, and they were just like, my work here is done. Anyways, looking terrible for Ubisoft right now. But there is one studio that is doing significantly worse and is much closer to bankruptcy, and they are worth $2 billion. To Sony, at least. Moving on to our next story, Bungie is over. And I don't say this lightly. I've been predicting this for a while, saying that like things are bleak for Bungie. They just got worse. They just got so much worse. Bungie has announced that their final update for Destiny 2 will be June 9th, and layoffs will be following soon after. Internally, staff are pitching ideas as the company decides where to go next, so they're not even sure what's going to happen to Destiny. Currently, it's nothing. Without Destiny, Bungie's only lifeline remaining is the failed launch of Marathon. This is a baffling choice as Destiny is significantly more popular and means the future of the studio looks very bleak. If they can't turn around Marathon, it's over. It wasn't a marathon, it was a sprint. Yeah, sprint to the death of their company. Congratulations on your 3 watch streak, by the way. So here we have their player counts. The crazy thing is that they're putting everything they have into Marathon, which is a game that came out 2 months ago and currently has less players than a game that came out almost a decade ago. This game came out in like what, 2014? When did Destiny 2 come out? Destiny 2, 2016 or no, it came out 2017. I'm sorry. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of like Destiny 1. Destiny 2 came out in 2017, right? Yeah, September 6th, 2017. So this game is going to be ending less than a decade. Just shy of a decade. But currently, right now, Destiny has more people playing it, an almost decade-old game. More people are playing it than a game that came out 2 months ago. That's not good. They're choosing to put everything into a game that's less popular than their cash cow. Like, honestly, the smart thing to do would to just be pack up Marathon, say, we fucked up, and just focus on Destiny again. Destiny is literally their only lifeline, and they're choosing to throw it in the trash. Fate? No, some say that this was Destiny. You're such a goofball. So there will be no Destiny 3. Plans for a sequel to Destiny 2 is up in the air as the game is reportedly not currently being worked on. We had gotten reports that they were in the early stages of making Destiny 3. That has been canceled. They panned everything Destiny related. They are focusing solely on Marathon. Marathon is well and truly the only focus for the studio, and the success with that game is their only path forward. I don't think that they have the resources to make Destiny 3. I think that if they can't turn around Marathon, the studio is going to get closed by Sony. Or maybe not closed, it's just going to get absorbed into something else. They'll probably just shift around the characters, or not the characters, the employees that are of any value at Bungie, which is very few and far between, and then just absorb them into their Santa Monica studio or something like that, like something that's actually making them money, and then they'll use the IP as well. But Bungie might not be a company anymore unless they can turn around the negative perception and low player counts. There will be no Destiny 3 and no more Bungie. It's sad to say, but Destiny 3 literally depends on whether or not they can get Marathon to turn around, and they're not going to, dude. I'm gonna say it right now, and I would love to eat my words. Trust me, I take no solace in this. Like, I like Bungie. Halo is probably one of my favorite games ever of all time. Genuinely, full stop. Halo Reach, and not even 3. Halo 3 is great. Don't get me wrong, but Halo Reach is my game. So to see Bungie in this sorry, pathetic state is just heartbreaking. I even like Destiny 2. I will say Destiny 2 is also one of my favorite games. I beat the entire game, and you can still find this video on YouTube. I beat the entire game, the original storyline, which is you can no longer play because they've removed it. I beat the entire campaign with the broken pistol that you start off with. It's such a bad gun that you literally immediately within 2 minutes of playing the game get a brand new one to replace it. And I threw that gun away and kept the broken gun just to see if I could beat it. And I did. I did it, and it took me months. That's how much I like this studio and how much I like the products that they make. So I'm not happy to say that if they don't turn things around with Marathon, it's over. You know you're young when you don't mention the OG Halos. No, I like Halo 1 and 2. It's just Halo 3 introduced like the theater mode and forge mode, which just gave the game so much replayability. And then Halo Reach improved on that. Halo Reach gave you Forge World. It gave you all the armor power-ups, so you can do like more unique custom games. Like Halo Reach was just an infinitely replayable game, and they learned everything and improved on everything in the past games. A lot of people don't like it because you don't get to play as Master Chief, but story-wise, Halo 2 is one of the GOATs. Halo 2 has an awesome story, even though it ends famously too soon because they didn't have enough time to develop it. They made Halo 2 in like 18 months or something. Then there was Infinite. Infinite's honestly not even that bad. It's just like I think if Infinite came out a decade prior, it would be a great game. But it's just like it's not the game anymore. Like that's not what people want to play. But yeah, no, I played every single Halo. I've played through the entire Master Chief collection recently. Actually, I wanted to play them all back, and dude, they're all masterpieces. They're all masterpieces. There's not a bad Halo between Halo 1, between Halo Combat Evolved and then Halo Reach. Even ODST. I used to hate ODST. Replayed it, dude. That game is also awesome. So all this to say, like, man, like I don't want to see Bungie just get acquired by a Sony studio, but that's where it's going. And this stupid choice to work solely on Marathon, like I don't see Marathon turning around. I just don't see it. Marathon's doing worse than Destiny. There is an audience here. Like going back to the numbers, there is 8 to 10,000 people playing consistently. Like these are people that are returning, continuously playing. It is at a flat line, but there's nothing that I can see them reasonably doing to spike that number. Like they're gonna need to get 300,000 people playing it like Destiny. They're gonna at minimum. They're gonna need to triple, more than triple their all-time peak for this game to be successful. And I don't think that'll happen. Even if they make it free to play, even if they add a big DLC bonus that adds like PvE aspects, like it's missing a story. It is missing a community, and it is missing kind of a style, to be honest. Like, I know it's extremely stylized, but like it's so stylized yet feels so empty. It feels like a modern Apple commercial. You know what I mean? Like, it just has that feeling. And I can't even describe it. Like, the guns are really boxy. It almost feels like a prototype of a game. So I just don't see it. I like look at this background. You see this background right here? This is a Destiny 2 background. You have these mega structures. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever played Destiny 2. The scenery is gorgeous. You're like on like you know, you're on a planet and you just see like ships, like giant mega structure ships, like fighting above you, and like you see crashed ones on the ground. It's just like the every single scene in that fucking game is a painting. So, and I mean, honestly, they really peaked here with Forsaken. Like, the death of Cade was literally the peak of Destiny 2, and I just don't see them ever coming back. I don't know. It's very heartbreaking. Love the studio, love their work, but I'm really nihilistic and concerned about the future of the studio. That's all I really have to say about that. Moving on to our next story is Xbox is listening to feedback on the other end of the spectrum and actually listening to what their fan bases want. Xbox continues to make good changes based on player feedback after their change of leadership. I was talking shit about her. I can't remember her name. Aisha, something like that. It starts with an A. She's been doing a good job, actually. Every change that she's made so far has actually been a good one. One thing users complained about was playtimes being shown in days rather than hours. Let me pull this out a little bit. You can see it right here. 58 days, 10 hours. Instead of just showing, like, you know, if you play Steam, it'll show like 700 hours or whatever. As a result, a new OS update is planned to change it to a more homogenized hour counter to match Steam and PlayStation. While this may seem like a small decision, it shows that Xbox is reorienting to fit the language and culture that gamers would expect. So for a long time, Xbox has actually been going against the grain, you know, saying like, oh, everything is an Xbox. Oh, and Xbox isn't just for gaming, it's for also watching movies and your favorite TV shows and watching Netflix on. It's great for sports. Like, they wanted it to be everything, and it's not. It's a fucking video game console. You know what I mean? Like, they've been going against the grain, trying to make it not for just gamers, but for everybody. It's for your grandma. It's for your little sister. It's for your classmates. It's for everybody. And that's just not what it is. Like, we all know what a video game console is. They're trying to make it like just an entertainment system. And I understand why they're doing that. They want to hit more of a casual audience. They want to make the Wii, right? The Wii was that. And that's just not what an Xbox is. So they're reorienting themselves and actually making a console that is at its core cultured by gamers. So, like, changing things like this to instead of being against the grain by showing days, like, now they're showing like hours, which is like, it's a really big thing, because when you ask someone how long they played a game, do you say how many days do you have in this game, or do you say how many hours do you have? I've only ever heard hours. And to be honest, I this little change, it's something clicked in me. I saw this and I'm like they're actually focusing on like being a gamer cultured company again, which is really cool. Which means I can only assume we're days away from bringing back optic and phase gaming in Call of Duty on Xbox. And really shitty trick shot edits. I don't know. Maybe this is nothing to you guys, but I thought this was a cool thing. In addition to like other changes they had made that we talked about recently. What were they again? Oh yeah, they brought back the Game Pass price. They brought it down a little bit. And then they were like, I don't know, like they were talking about how they're not going to be using AI slop. I don't know, like I liked Phil Spencer. That guy was a gamer, but it seemed like every choice he had made was not gamer related. they're even bringing back like Xbox is a gaming company. Like they're saying we are Xbox. Like not everything is an Xbox. Like we are Xbox. So they're rolling back that like that terrible thing that Phil Spencer was doing, where like your iPad's an Xbox, your PlayStation is an Xbox, your computer is an Xbox. Like no, they're saying this is an Xbox. This is a gaming console. They're bringing that kind of culture back, and I just think that's a huge change. And I believe that this will end better for them. I don't know if Xbox will be able to turn around all the loss of market share that they had, but we'll see. Like I think this is definitely the correct direction to go at the very least. I don't know. It makes me wonder if Phil Spencer had been replaced sooner, if Xbox wouldn't be this far in the hole, because it seems like he really just dug them further in, which I hate to say because I did like Phil Spencer. I think he's actually a cool guy. But like, I'm already starting to realize like how bad of a leader he was. Anyways, moving on to our next story, going to disabled gamer being banned. A Call of Duty streamer who was paralyzed was banned by Activision for using an accessibility controller, as pictured in the background here. It's one of the ones that you blow into. It has like a chin button where you can like move with your chin, and you can control it with the pressure of your breathing. I'm not sure how this works exactly. I've obviously never used one, but it is really interesting. It appears to have been an honest mistake with their anti-cheat and has since been reversed. This is also not the first game to experience this issue, with something similar happening to Arc Raiders. These games will not be winning Innovation in Accessibility Awards at the Game Awards anytime soon, though. I don't know if you guys remember that. That's a new category that they're trying to push a lot. I'm gonna laugh my ass off if the Game Awards this year has well, I mean they will have that category, but if Call of Duty or Arc Raiders are nominated for this award, like who's smoking crack over there? Like they're literally banning people for using accessibility controllers. Here's the post. The guy's called Wheeled Gamer, and he was banned from Call of Duty Black Ops. Literally every single he's banned from Black Ops 7. He was banned from the Black Ops 7 campaign. They were like you can't even fucking play the story mode, dumbass. He was banned from Warzone, Black Ops 6, and the campaign. Modern Warfare 3 and the campaign. He was literally banned from every. He was banned. They banned him from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 as well. They banned him from everything they fucking could. It says we did not detect an active ban on your Activision account. If you need help with any other issues, please check out. Okay. I'm so sorry. I misread that. So these are all the games that they checked. Okay, so this is saying no ban detected, so it's showing that he's not banned anymore. I see. Okay, sorry, I pull it back. If I had any sort of reading comprehension, this would not be an issue. Oh shit. My girlfriend's going to be here soon, so we got to wrap this up. He said, thank you, Call of Duty and Call of Duty CM and Team Ricochet for reviewing this and unbanning my account. I really appreciate the time to look into it and for being willing to learn about my setup. I play using a quad stick adaptive mouth controller, as pictured here, and it means a lot. And then here's Call of Duty replying, thank you for bringing this to our attention. Your account has been unbanned. Our team will reach out via DM to learn more about your setup and better understand what has been triggered. So at least they like quickly reversed it. They're trying to figure out what happened. And it's kind of just a silly story overall. It's no harm, no foul in my opinion, but it is kind of sad. Like I would be really disappointed too if I was like literally disabled and getting called a cheater. I assume that these people aren't even like playing like pros, right? They're not getting like crazy headshots or anything. They're fucking like they're clearly disadvantaged here. But it must have something to do with just checking hardware, and if they see some irregular hardware like not a controller, not a keyboard and mouse, they just ban people. I'm not sure. But you know, this is how you get progress, is how you start finding, like as a developer myself, this is how you start figuring out things that you need to adjust in your software. So it looks like they're going to learn from this and improve it. Anyways, that's all we have for this week. For our community time, I just wanted to say, make yourself accessible. Hey, you see what I did there? Feedback is the Breakfast of Champions by Ken Blanchard. I just want to say, in my opinion, if you make yourself accessible, if you're quick to get receive feedback and quick to give honest answers, like for example, if someone says I don't like this feature in your game, and you maybe explain why it's there, or ask how someone would prefer it, it's like that, having that candid communication with as a creator and to your consumers is a great thing to have. Opening that discourse is very important, and the same applies to uh oh, my bad. Went to the wrong scene. The same thing applies to like YouTube videos. I don't always say to like read the comments. Maybe don't always read the comments, but like there's a certain level, like maybe read top comments. Like understand like what people want to see, how people react to things, and be open to hearing them out, and make yourself accessible. Right, like always have if you're making video games, always have an email or a Discord that people can join, or like a bug reporting area. I think that's very important. You don't want people to be upset about something and like not be able to like report it, or explain their experience, right? And of course, like when you open yourself up to this accessibility, you're always gonna get like assholes who are gonna be like, I don't like the game. I'd rather play Arc Raiders. It's like not helpful feedback, and it's just like, okay, then go play Arc Raiders. This is a boomer shooter. Something like that. People like be like, I don't like this game. I like Zelda. And it's like, okay, this is not even the same category. So you'll get a lot of that, but I think it's important even to engage with those kind of people, and like, be open. As my release comes up, I am prepared for a lot of onslaught. Maybe I won't get anything. But I think honestly it'd be worse if nobody said anything about my game. If my game came out and I didn't get any feedback, good or bad, that would suck more than getting a lot of bad feedback. Because at least if I'm getting bad feedback, it means that people it means that there's something that people like about it. In a weird way, if you are leaving a negative review on a game that you played, it's because there's something that you wanted from it that you didn't quite get. Get the fuck out of here. Man, these bots are getting smarter. He changed the wording to try to sell me something. Anyways, that's all I got. Let's go into our community highlight of the week. Going to Clarent for his Star Citizen remake. So if you guys have ever played Star Citizen, you'll recognize the hangar area. He's been recreating this in Unreal Engine. He's been trying to do this for a while. If you don't know the lore behind Kieran, he's been trying to recreate Star Citizen for years now. He keeps joking about how they take so long to release the game. He's just going to do it before them. Definitely starved citizen. He's definitely not going to succeed in that. No offense to him, Star Citizen's received like $1 billion of funding. They have way more people working on it. He's never going to catch up quite as quickly, but I think that like a small enclosed like universe that he builds, like a small indie game version of Star Citizen coming out before Star Citizen, is actually possible. If he's going for the exact scope of Star Citizen, he'll be in the same boat as them, and he'll never fucking finish it. But it is really cool seeing him make stuff like this. I think it is a bit slow. This is taking forever. This is like those scissor lifts in Arc Raiders that just go me. Let's skip ahead a little bit. It is quite slow. But look at that. How sick is that? He's got like a whole modeled spaceship cinematic, right? I think it's really cool. I haven't seen him go inside of it, but he did show me that it does have like a door that you can go through. I'm not sure if it's enterable yet. It's very cool. I would like to see him work on this more. Hopefully it goes well. But yeah, very, very cool. He needs to just make one homogenized space game though, because he's also making Adrift. He's making this game. He did have Project Verda or whatever that he lost all the project files for. More like Project Lost. Anyways, that is all we have for this gaming news. And with that, I am going to end stream. Just a quick one today, just a little bit shorter than an hour. I do have my girlfriend. We're gonna have movie night. She's coming over, so I gotta get ready for that. And I hope everybody has a good Memorial Day weekend. Girlfriend? I mean, maybe. Maybe. Might you leave? Don't you have a wife? Oh my goodness. So yeah, hopefully you guys have a good Memorial Day weekend. I won't be streaming tomorrow as I will be working. I decided to pick up OT because if I work on holidays, I get paid like way more. And obviously, I don't celebrate Memorial Day, so it's just like free money. So I will be working on that day for the money. I will work for money. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys. It has been exactly 50 minutes, and I will see everybody next week. Well, have a good work and time with your girlfriend. Thank you, sir, and I will see you again later. I think you're going to be streaming later today, right? So I will maybe drop in real quick and say hi. Anyways, I would raid, but I think it's just you. So goodbye, Stefan. I hope you have a good day. Goodbye. Goodbye. Love you. Say it back. Say it back. Say it back. Say it. Say it back.